And welcome back to episode 53 of The Hunt. Today I am welcomed with none other than my brother-in-law, one of my very first clients, and one of my groomsmen, Mr. Garrison Steele. How are you, mate?
Good. How are we? Finally made my potty debut. I've only been asking since it's jumped up, but we're here.
Well, you'd think you'd know what you're doing because you did the clap, you did
I
everything.
did the clap. I'm ready. I've been watching. I've been keeping up. I know how to do it.
No, because you're a star of your own podcast show, aren't you, mate?
Yes, we did have one running for a while there, Fourth Down Under. Just put on pause temporarily, but it'll be back in the works. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
It'll be back.
Yeah. How hard is it, though, like doing a podcast, you reckon? Like consistently?
I didn't really do much with the NFL one.
Yeah.
I come up with a few segments, but to come in, find the motivation to actually do it, and then you and Mitch obviously and Flegger were editing it and all that stuff. I didn't really do much behind the scenes, but I can imagine it would be tough.
Yeah, I wouldn't say motivation's the hard part because we always had shit to talk about. Yeah. But it's the juggling of work,
balance,
life. Like we'd come in on a Sunday, God's day of the week, and
you'd be tired.
You'd be tired.
Sitting there going, "Oh fuck, when's my coffee gonna kick in?"
Yeah. But I think where we could probably make it better is just trying to make sure that the load is spread evenly, and I think that's what podcasting's all about, really. But
100%.
Since we've started the podcast back up this year, having Cake on board to take more of an initiative, which he's done a fantastic job of, and getting more guests on, I think has made it really easy because I don't have to talk as much because it's all about you today, mate.
A couple big collabs to mention. Yeah, Joey Borenstein.
Yep.
We had a few.
Garrison Steele.
Had me. Throw me in the mix. There's a friggin' heavyweight contender in the 83s.
Yep. But beyond the 83s, mate, you've got more going on in your life. You're recently a new father.
Yes, I am.
Very happy about that, aren't you, mate?
Yeah, mate. Proud dad. Honestly, best thing that's ever happened to me is becoming a father. And I've always wanted to be a dad. Now I get to experience it. It's the best thing ever. Even though some nights you have 2 hours sleep, you're up for half hour, you're back to sleep for 2 hours. Sometimes you might get an hour sleep before you're back up, but it's enjoyable because that's your son.
It's what you look forward to.
Half of me, half your sister. You know what I mean? You look forward to.
Exactly.
It's the biggest blessing we've ever had.
Would you say your life is finally complete?
Yeah. My life's complete.
Done.
My life is perfect.
You could die tomorrow and be happy.
I could die tomorrow and be happy, but I'd hope I don't because otherwise I only get to see him for 4 weeks. Life's complete.
That's good, mate. Yeah. Well, I think that's one big thing is that when you've been wanting something for so long in your life and it's finally here. Have you actually not thought much about beyond that point?
No, I've thought about because obviously we want to have a little tribe. We both want 3, but for now, just living in the moment with him, is the biggest. That's the biggest takeaway I have. Yeah, is everything I do and everything I want to do is for him. I want to get my sessions done in the gym. I want to hang out with friends, but at the end of the day, I want to be home, good hour, hang out with my family.
No, that's good. I think, when you've wanted something for so long and it's finally here, you're just going to relish the moment because they're only going to be handheld for how long?
They're probably going to start walking. Well, I started walking at 9 months.
Yeah?
So hopefully he's walking around then, but also they'll never need you as much as they do right now.
True.
And Tan, she'll never need me as much as she does right now.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Pretty important, pretty special.
Yeah. So, I guess this kind of segues into a lot of the stuff we're going to talk about today because at the end of the day, when you take on more responsibilities, not just as a family man, but as a businessman too, myself running a business, but you also are very business orientated as well because I wouldn't say you've worked for yourself, but you've earned your coin the hard way.
Yes.
In terms of where you've gotten to right now. So our episode today is going to be more so focusing on the fact that, powerlifting can be a part of your life no matter how busy you are. And for some of us at HPC or just throughout the world, we are all part of different jobs and lifestyles, but how we actually manage it to make it achievable and progressible. Is that a word?
Yeah, we'll call that it.
We'll call it a word. Yeah,
call it a word.
That's the biggest thing is just trying to make it down to a level what you can do on the very, very entry level. And for you started in a garage with
Asbestos
garage in COVID lockdown, and you had a bit of an idea what you were doing, but you weren't I
wasn't when you. Because you moved from Melbourne, and then you moved in with us, and then we had the garage set up. I think we had probably had 300 kilos worth of plates.
Yep.
We had 1 combo rack,
Yep.
And 2 power bars. I think we had a couple little accessories we made up on the go, like machines. But we had that, and I was doing F45 at the time.
Yeah.
Me and your sister were doing F45.
But even before that, you were still going to like a commercial gym.
I was commercial gym and like just gym bro stuff. Like I'd never do legs.
Yeah.
Hated doing legs. You could obviously, if you pulled up an old photo of me, I had little paddle pop twigs. But doing gym bro stuff, like I'd go in and do chest and arms, and I'd be like, oh, I could do a bit of back.
Yeah.
And then I'd do a bit of triceps, and then I'd come in 2 days later and I'd do the same thing again. Just that type of stuff.
But this was all when you were an apprentice, right?
Yes.
So it's not like you could afford a coach at the time.
No.
It's not like you could pay for, a high-end semi-private gym membership.
Nah, no way. Even honestly, even with today's day and age, like it's hard.
Yeah.
It is hard. But you find those things, you balance, like we're talking about balance, you balance to be able to afford those things, and got the luxury of coming here, which is good. But as an apprentice, I wouldn't be able to afford that. No way.
If you had your time again, as an apprentice, what would have you done training wise? Do you regret anything, or do you feel like that you got your toes wet at the right time in terms of exercise outside of your work?
If I was completely honest with you, I probably would have focused more on footy.
Yeah?
Yeah, because as like obviously playing junior footy up to senior footy, I was playing seniors down on the coast at Kincumber, and I don't know, I feel like if I'd discovered maybe a bit of powerlifting earlier, it probably could have enhanced my football. Yeah. And I probably could have made it a little bit further in it if that was an option. But life gives you things for a reason. Yeah. And here we are.
I think, because you're going to grow up as an active dad, and knowing what you've gained from the sport, as in powerlifting, and how beneficial it is to things like rugby. We see so many kids like Curtis Harper, big shout out. He played in his grand final at McDonald Jones Stadium, and we both went there with Tan and
it's good.
Spectated him.
It's good. He loved it.
But he's only 50 kilos wringing wet, and he was
easily. He would have been the strongest on the field.
Mate, he was smacking kids.
He top tackle count.
But he plays on the wing. He's done every kick chase. He first one breaks. To tackle, first one off marker to make a tackle as well.
Always jogging back to his position.
He's quick as hell.
Yeah, he's good.
But that's the thing is when you hit that 13, 14, 15 years old age, you are the difference if you do train at that point in time.
It could definitely benefit.
Yeah, and it builds confidence. You're confident what your body can do.
Yep.
You're not afraid, and that's a big takeaway. But all right, now let's give us a quick rundown, Gussie. You tell us exactly what your trade is.
So
and and I guess how you got to where you are as a tradie and what your role actually is.
So I started off my apprenticeship first year when I left school. I did schoolies and did a little bit of traveling here and there, just around Oz, not too much, a couple months worth. And then I realised I got to do something, so I started my apprenticeship down on the Northern Beaches, down at BHA. Really, really, really good business company, building company, really good. And I did a bit of my time there, ended up losing my license for a couple stupid things, but so essentially I lost my job, and then I had nothing down there anymore other than my family. So then my sister and I were dating. I think we were only a year in at the time. We moved in together.
I think I remember that.
And then your mum and a few other people were saying, "Oh, that's a bit early. Is it a sure thing?" And sure thing it is. But then I ended up getting a job up here and finished my apprenticeship here. Did a bit of subcontracting.
Was it a big difference between changing companies?
Yeah, at the time as an apprentice, I was pretty troubled. Not one qualified person or foreman back at BHA wanted to work with me.
Oh, really?
I was very, very naughty. Yeah. I was very naughty. And to be honest, I don't know how I didn't lose my job earlier.
Do you reckon that affected your quality of work after becoming an apprentice? Do you think, when I think about it, if I compare it to high school, right? If I was in high school again and I had my time again, I would make more of the opportunities that I had. Do you reckon that's a similar sort of thing?
I think it's the other way around for me. I think because I was so shit, and then I actually started getting a bit more roles and responsibilities, I got to appreciate it a lot more. And I think that's where my skill set and my love for it developed more. Yep. And I think that's a good learning curve for me. You could be a little arrogant shit, you think your shit don't sting like I was. Yep. And then you get thrown in the deep end, bosses threw me in the deep end. I didn't know what I was doing, but I just had to learn because I didn't want to learn back then. I just did it because I was getting paid. Honestly, I had no love for it. Just was getting money in my bank account every week, and that was it. Yeah, that's all it was to me. But now it's I actually love it. Yeah, I do love it because you
just had to get through that teething
stage.
To
get through it, and to be honest, I'm glad I did. But there were probably, I could say there's a few things I would have done different. Yep, could have picked up the skill set a bit earlier. Would have made me more aware of what's out there.
Taking on a bit more responsibility.
Yeah. But then, finished my apprenticeship, did a bit of subcontracting at the time. Had a full-time job, like chippy in with 2 companies.
Yep, so chippy means carpenter.
Yeah, chippy means carpenter, by the way. And then a good mate of mine, Perry, he's an architect, and he had Moment Designs, and he already had that open, and I was halfway through doing my Cert 4, which is my builder's license. During COVID, I ended up stopping that and putting it on pause, but then he brought me the idea when we were reno in his house, mate, if you can get your builder's license, like, let's put this together and we can start doing some things. So we ended up finishing it and getting my builder's license. So I become a registered builder in New South Wales, and we were then going from Moment Design to Moment Projects. So we were starting to build our own work, which was really good. But now I'm not there, obviously, because I'm on paternity leave with Tan and little Sonny. So that's where I'm at now. And when I go back, I'll be back to being a builder.
Yeah, cool.
Pretty exciting.
Do you see many apprentices like you when you were once an apprentice?
Nah.
No?
They got a lot more respect.
Yeah?
They do.
Why is that, you reckon?
My apprentice that we had at Moment there, Jay, he was everything you'd want in an apprentice.
Yeah.
He'd listen. He wouldn't back chat. If he was unsure of things, he'd ask questions. He wouldn't just go on willy-nilly it and you'd come back.
Do you reckon that comes down to your like your HR, like hiring them?
Yeah, because we put him through a test and obviously asked him questions.
You're not hiring a job kick.
Nah.
And being in the industry for as long as you have, similar to me, right? Like with coaching, you can kind of sniff out quality work from far away.
Before that meeting, when Perry and I went down and had the meeting with him, Perry asked me what I was like as an apprentice, and I told him, and I said, I'm telling you right now, if I
was to hire myself,
if I walk in there and I see this kid like I was, he's not getting the job. Because it was pretty bad. It was like I wouldn't want to deal with myself, a younger self back then.
No.
So, but he was really good, and I think kids these days have got a little bit more respect, but some don't. You can see that. And I think it all depends on what type of work you do. So if you're just a frame and truss guy, so the frames and everything are already built for you. You walk in, the slab's already down on the ground. You flick a line, you stand in them, and that's it. I think there's a difference between that where things have already been done for you, or you're doing the things. And I think that's like they learn a lot more through that, and they get a bit more respect.
100%.
That.
Yeah. All right. Well, we could sit here all day and talk about building and whatnot, but the biggest takeaway is doing powerlifting as a tradie, right?
Yes.
So I guess like being a builder and a carpenter, is it physically demanding, would you say?
In regards to like manual labor and stuff? Yeah.
It is?
It's very, very physical. Like some of the timbers, like you're picking up and throwing over your shoulder, are 300 mil wide, 6 to 8 meters long. They're heavy. And you've got to get them up to a second story. You've got no crane on site. You best believe you're passing up the first floor to the guy up there, running up, giving him a hand. He's passing it up to you up the top. Gets heavy, but like, yet again, powerlifting's helped a lot with it, a lot. And it also like correct lifting in the gym, you apply that on the job site. So you're not just legs straight with your bent back. You know what I mean? You're thinking about
what you
being in a good position to lift so you don't hurt yourself.
Yeah. But it's not like you had a choice to avoid the heavy lifting or not, right? Like it is part of your job.
It is part of your job.
Yeah.
And that's probably the biggest thing in building is like you've got a heavy manual like labor job. You need to do it. You can't not.
Yeah, and the biggest thing I see is that when you have a role or responsibility within a job and it does require manual labor, if you're getting fingered from that manual labor and you're tired at the end of the day, it probably is a sign that you're probably not doing enough outside of your job to sustain that ability of constant effort. And so like in saying that, would you say like even though you know how to lift an LVL safely or whatever it may be, would you say that like your general fitness of just going to the gym has improved your ability to work efficiently?
Massively.
Yeah.
Huge amount. Like you see kids on site, like I've been working with a few apprentices and they're not active outside of work. They just come to work, they go home.
Play Fortnite.
Yeah, do all that gaming. They might go out on the piss 3 nights a week.
Yeah.
They don't have any active side outside of work. And you can tell, like, you can actually watch them and see them struggle a bit more on the manual side, like the manual labor side of things at work in regards to picking up the timber and moving things or like even moving rubble if you have to. You can see them like they're struggling a bit more.
Yeah. And the other thing too is that like even though they probably believe, as in like the apprentices who haven't had experience lifting weights before or doing any sort of like cardio, they're probably feeling like as if their job is already the work that they need to do in terms of exercise.
Yeah.
But the other thing too is like even though you're being so physical within your job, and now outside your job being a committed powerlifter or just a committed gym goer, you probably have to do something about your nutrition, right?
Yeah, 100%.
So like even if you're like fatigued or sore, like your nutrition does go a long way.
Massive.
In order to like actually feel good about yourself in terms of like doing those daily tasks.
Yep.
And training.
Well, when you're at work, like speaking on my behalf and other tradies that walk through the gym or apprentices, you're burning a lot of calories at work.
100%.
You like, so your daily intake of food needs to be maybe a little bit higher than someone else's who, for example, is in an office. You know what I mean? They're not doing the manual side of things, although they're busy there on their feet and they're doing things. That component of lifting and manual labor isn't there.
Yeah.
So like my macronutritions could be a lot higher than what a person in an office could be, because I'm going to work, I'm busting my ass at work, and then I'm setting foot in this gym, busting my ass here.
Yep.
So like my intake is a lot higher, I think.
Yep.
Just to be able to maintain strength and weight.
Yeah. But you'd say that now that you're more of a foreman.
Yeah, it's a little bit easier. Don't get me wrong, but if like
still get on the tools.
If push comes to shove, like the job I built at Redhead with Moment, I was a foreman, but I had my tool belt on every day.
Yeah.
So you got to put it on when you need to.
Ah, cool. All right. Well, that's good insight. So how did you actually get into lifting and like powerlifting altogether? And I guess at that point, did you find it hard to balance your training and your work at the same time? Because as you've said, there is massive benefits to come out of it, but actually getting into it, what was that balance like?
So getting into it was back when I was an apprentice or just finishing school, was going to the gym plus fitness. Just a couple of me mates were seeing them benching 100 kilos and stuff, and I was like, I'd like to be that. But also, I was a little bit on the chubbier side coming through because I hit puberty really, really late. So I was like, I need to do something to try and make myself feel better. So going to the gym was it. And I feel like that was good in regards when I was playing footy, fend people off, upper body, whatnot. But then just transitioning into powerlifting, it kind of like...
But the thing is, you wouldn't have done it if you didn't meet me.
No, I wouldn't have. I would have still been going at F45. You tried to get me to start powerlifting months before I started. And I said, mate, I'm not doing that shit. I'm not getting up in a leotard on a platform, have people clap at me and scream at me. But I think what opened my eye of it was when you went down at Sydney at the Fitness Expo and you had your in that Oz suit right behind him just there.
Actually, it was the same way.
And you were ringing wet 74 or 75 kilos. And I think it was really cool to see that. And I think that kind of changed my mind a little bit. And then you got your sister to start before I did, and seeing her in the gym was pretty cool. So I think that was a big like leaning point for me to start. If I didn't meet you, or if I didn't start dating Tarn, I would never do it.
Yeah, and I think something that kind of came to you naturally is that you are competitive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
But like you're competitive to like we can talk honestly here that like, you know, it's going to be a while until you hit 500 dots. You know what I mean? But the thing is...
Well, it's going to be like 10 years.
I mean, the thing is that you are competitive to like...
I want to get it.
Yeah.
I want it.
No, yeah, you do. But what I'm saying is that you're competitive to like the mediocre battles.
Oh, yeah. We love a mid-tier battle.
I fucking love it.
We love it. It's not about worlds and... You know, Agata's on 133 GL. The next guy's on like 117 GL.
Or even just more locally, right?
It's all about that mid-tier battle in Australia. Yeah. Like it, like that around that 90 GL battle.
We're just
is competitive
around like just under or just on the Nationals QT.
That's where because everybody's fighting for that, and it's good to see people like hunting for it. Because you're like, I seen Jared at the Bunny Basher hit the QT, and I'm like, need that. And then I see other people hitting and I'm like, right, I need that. Yeah. Like, that's what I want.
Because there's more of those battles and more of those lifters than there are at the top.
Yeah. Like your top lifters, probably your top five are over your 95, probably like close to 100 GL. But underneath that, it's a big gap, especially in Australia. Huge gap. Yeah. I think that's where it comes more interesting.
It does. Yeah. But like you notice it more than, say, some other people because you're not necessarily looking at the people with 100 GL, right? Like you're kind of looking at the people that are around you.
Yeah, 100%.
And that's something I really admire is that like you know what your potential is and what your goals are, and it's really hard for some people to, I guess, like have realistic goals. So I guess like what what does that come down to? Like, how come you are so realistic, and how come you are able to, I guess, set those targets for you to meet that you know that you can achieve? Because I'll tell you straight up if it's fucking load of shit or not.
I think that's a big thing. Like, if I come in and tell you I want to pull 280 in 6 months, knowing that I'm only at 250 on a tug, you can be like, mate, you need to have small steps.
Yep.
And it's correct. Like, it pulls you into line a bit more. Like, you got to have realistic dreams before you reach the unrealistic dreams. Like, first step, okay, let's get you to hit Nats QT. And then you go to Nats, you might put on an extra 10 kilos on your total, and you just keep chipping away. And then eventually the Nats QT goal's gone, and your 700 kilo total becomes your next goal. Yeah. And I think it's just chipping away bit by bit and being realistic with it. Yeah. I think that's what it comes down to, and not trying to like be over cocky with it. Like know where I'm at, know what I can do, and then show what I can do.
Yeah, like what realistic potential is, right?
Yeah, I know, like, because obviously it's my body. I know what I'm capable of. I think that's where it comes and separates myself between other people is they watch other people and go, yeah, I'm so good for that, but I know I'm no good for that, but I'm going to try and get there.
Yeah, and you just know your limits, don't you? Like, you know when you're starting a block at what load, or what load you need to start at to know where you need to finish. And and I think as a result of actually being so in tune with your body from a daily life perspective of being able to work and know what that sort of work does to your body, you are therefore paying closer attention to how your training feels.
Yes.
So you are better at selecting the right loads because of that, measure of perceived exertion. But yeah, like, I think the bottom line is just being able to train smarter and not harder. Right? Yeah.
Because obviously with my job, if I go and bust my balls like every day in here, like go overshoot my RPE prescribed load, I'm not doing any good because my job's so fatiguing already. 100%. I'm going to die in the ass by the time I get to my end of block. So like strategically picking my weight and listening to my body is a big thing because it also doesn't affect me in here. It can then affect me at work.
Yep. Because one of the very early changes that I made to your program was putting your deadlift on Monday.
And I like that.
Because I remember you were like, I think it used to be on like a Friday or something.
I had it on a Friday.
And you were fucked. Like, just end of the week, 5 days in a row on the tools, and you were literally fucked to pick up another thing because you've been picking up shit all during the week.
All week.
Yeah. So I think that's one consideration is like if you're a tradie and you have a program, you do actually have to be conscious of like where you're putting shit throughout the week because you come in fresh as a buck rat on Monday.
On Monday, because I've had, after my primary bench on Saturday, I've essentially had a full day's rest of nothing, no labour, no nothing. It's family time.
But you probably slept well as well Sunday night.
Slept really well.
You know what I mean? You can get to bed early. You probably haven't had as much caffeine because you didn't train that day. So Monday's like a no excuse day to come in and have
Sunday
a really good training day.
Sunday for recovery is huge for me.
Yeah.
Massive. But as well, you've also asked me, do you want to change your training up? Do you want to change days? But what we've got works.
Yeah. So yeah, don't change anything that ain't broken. No, that's good.
Ain't broke, don't fix it.
So I guess, would you have any advice for other tradies who want to start taking their training more seriously, as in like when they first start?
Yeah. Would be like, don't be afraid to get in and actually have a go at doing it. Because like I didn't want to do it. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. But it's really cool. And like, if you get yourself in a good community like we've got here, and I know a few other gyms have around in New South Wales, it's really supporting and it's really, really good. But yeah, just don't be afraid to have a crack. Yeah. It's good.
Because most tradies, right, correct me if I'm wrong, they come across as like pretty confident, like able people.
Cocky is
arrogant.
The word. And the thing is, you work with some tradies too, and they're like, they have a little dagger, and it's like, oh, what are you doing this afternoon? And you go, I got to go train. I got the gym. And they're like, oh, if you're not going hard enough at work, you shouldn't need a gym membership. And it's like, what I do with my spare time is my spare time. But I do go hard at work, and I do come into the gym to better myself. Yeah. And it pays. It works.
It does. No, yeah, I can definitely understand that culture.
You get heaps of people that say that. If you shouldn't need a membership if you're doing lifting at work and all that. But it's good.
Would you say you need a coach if you did want to start training, like as a tradie?
Powerlifting, 100%. Yeah. I personally, you couldn't just walk into a powerlifting gym and go, I pick up an LVL like that in the form of a deadlift. I know what I'm going to do here. Different movements.
What about like the specifics of powerlifting, right? Like, because you're picking up stuff inside the gym, but then also outside the gym. Because I think when most tradies think, oh, I'm going to the gym, it's like I'm doing bodybuilding.
Yeah.
And probably cardio.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But I think just with how much cardio you actually do at work on the site, like in terms of low intensity cardio, it's probably not necessary.
No, I don't personally need to jump in and get on the treadmill or get on the bike to loosen up when I'm at work, because I'm already hitting anywhere between 10 to 15,000 steps a day. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I can come in and I can just start lifting and do a bit of warm up, but that's about it. Because I've been moving all day. I haven't been sitting in a chair hunched over or nothing like that. My body's, I'm primed, I'm warm, I'm ready to go. And also, it's funny now that we're talking about this type of stuff, is I feel like me personally, I perform a lot better in the gym when I've been at work.
Yeah?
I do. Like, now that I'm on paternity leave and I'm not doing as much.
You feel your joints a bit more.
Yeah, I do. And I'm not, like, I've got to spend the time. Like, Tana and I go for a walk every day for probably an hour and a half just to get steps in. But I'm coming in, I'm rolling out more, I'm moving a bit more in regards to where I was just at work. I'd come in and load the bar, I'm straight into it because I'm already free, I'm loose.
Yeah. No, I definitely noticed that as well. Like, if I'm not getting at least 5K steps in before I start my training, I feel like shit.
Yeah, 100%. Got to get the body moving.
Yeah. Okay. So next one is a bit more, I guess, like, relaxed. Yeah. What is the funniest injury you've seen at work or mishap on the site?
Me or somebody else?
Let's go you. Fucking, you don't wear shoes properly sometimes.
If I'm not at work Monday to Friday, so if I'm rent on my house or rent on a mate's house, I'm helping build the gym, like build a media room and doing all stuff. I'm in slides. Like, I'm religiously in slides.
How many times have you nearly fucking cut your foot off?
Nah, never.
Shut up, really?
Swear
I swear
down,
you put
never.
a nail in your foot before.
Oh, I've tried it, but I've tried on a nail with work boots on, and it goes through. Funny, well, not the funniest, but the worst thing there's two things that have happened to me is when I was apprentice, I was hitting my nails into my frame, and for some reason I was holding the stud and hitting it with the hammer, and it's bounced off the top plate, come and smack myself in the wrist, and I broke my wrist.
Fuck.
And
you have a gun back then?
Yeah, but it left the nail head out, so I'm obviously hitting it in.
Right.
And I called my boss and said, I got to go to the hospital, and he's like, well, what have you done? I told him, and he's like, how do you even do that? Why are you holding the stud? So that was just dumb. Like, that's stupid. Another thing is, I've sliced the top of my forearm and seen the flesh inside. Yeah. And it wasn't from a power tool, it was from a handsaw. Brand new handsaw. It was on a bench, and I've gone down to pick my car keys up at the end of the day. And I've come up, and the saw's like leaning over.
So you just cut the blade.
And I've just come up and brushed across, and the fresh blade has just sliced my forearm. And it was a long weekend too. We were doing OT, so I literally grabbed like toilet paper and duct tape and just taped it up. Fuck, mate. Yeah.
Do we have any funny stories of building the gym?
Yeah, that was pretty fucked. When we were putting those frames up on that black wall.
Oh, God, yeah.
And we were...
Like, no.
I pre-built them on the ground, 6 meters long by 4 meter high studs.
Yeah.
And I've got this A-frame at one end, a 6 meter plank, and an A-frame at the other.
Yeah.
Like, no scaffold, no nothing.
No.
And we've leaned it up.
Didn't we have like a...
And we had a Manitou to get around in here, and we brought it through the garage door.
No, but the thing is, we couldn't even get it all the way in.
Yeah, and we're swinging.
So what? So the listeners, that like it's like a
boom lift.
Yeah, boom lift. Yeah. So like, and you could drive it around, but it was so big,
big 4B tires on it.
And we couldn't get it through the garage door. It was so big, and our garage door is like a commercial garage door. It's fucking huge.
It's like 5 meters high.
But the thing is like. It turns like on its own, but it's longer than what it is wider. So the turning circle, you got to have both length and width.
It's quite shit, yeah.
So when we put it into the shed, the mezzanine was already built, so we couldn't necessarily actually get the thing all the way in. So we had to extend the arm from inside the gym. And you and I, we've got fucking so many sheets of plywood.
And you're meant to you're in a cage, like you're on a platform cage. It's probably like. It's probably like a deadlift platform.
Yeah.
And you're meant to stay in that cage, and we're putting sheets like 5 meters up in the air, full Manitou extended out, but we've got to screw it in the corner. We can't get the thing any further, so we're climbing the cage up on it, leaning out, trying to screw
I'd get on a
it.
ladder and I'd hold it up, and then you'd be in the boom, and then we'd be jockeying it, and fuck.
I never want to do that again.
That was dodgy as.
But
we got it done.
When we built the frames, and we're on the plank, and we're pulling the frames up, and the plank in the middle is sagging. We got probably 150, 200 mil on the A-frame hanging in the middle, sagging. It was pretty red hot.
Sketchy, yeah.
But we got it done.
I reckon the hardest thing would probably be digging those holes, though. By far.
That was pretty tough going. So I'd go to work, bust me freckle, come here, we'd dig in the footings for those steel posts.
Well, the thing is like we couldn't operate the gym, so it was on a crunch time. Like literally, I had to pause memberships at the gym because no one could train here because it was literally a construction site.
Had to pay for other memberships at other gyms.
Yeah, and that on top, and what we had to do is with the gym. If you haven't been here before, we've obviously got a mezzanine, but we have these posts that go into the ground, and part of the engineering certificate is that we had to dig 700 mil pad footings, which is essentially a 700 mil hole, and then you had to fill it with Rio and concrete.
Dowel it into the existing slab because the engineer can't warrant that the weight of the mez is not going to crack the slab.
Yeah.
And rightfully so. At the time, I'm like, this is fucking bullshit. You should just be able to go down. But that's as you progress in your trade, you realise and you actually go, he's right.
Yeah, yeah.
We could not have done
you
that.
were blowing up.
I was livid.
Yeah, because I signed a lease, 9-year lease.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, this is my place. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to stay here for 9 years. You know, we've got a perfect flat slab. It's going to be awesome. And then after I've signed the lease and started the renos, we didn't actually measure the slab. And then
we couldn't though. Like there's no way unless we were here doing the job when it was done. We'd know how thick that slab is.
Yeah.
And rightfully so. It was only 150 mil.
Yeah.
But to our saving grace, that could have helped us in an argument would have been it's on rock. It's on bare rock. But they didn't care. We had to cut that rock out.
Yeah, yeah. So we're cutting shale, we're cutting clay.
Everything. We were here till 12 o'clock at night, some nights after training.
Yeah. Jackhammering.
I was getting up back at work at 5 the next day. So running on 5 hours sleep, going to work, training, coming back here just to get it done so we can get it open.
Yeah.
Wild times.
But, but now we've got a mezzanine that can hold 500 kilos per square meter.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's fucking like our mezzanine is...
It's loose.
It is
and
strong as shit.
Just letting everybody know if you want a mezzanine at your gym, I'm not doing it. Not doing it.
Either am I, unless you pay us like 80 grand.
More.
But yeah, it's that was hard. That was
nuts.
I reckon that's the most underrated thing as a gym owner is that if you want to make your own space, like you need to know people. You
need to either know people or you got to have a lot of money behind you to get it done.
Yeah,
because if you don't know people, you're up for a lot.
Because I'm very lucky that I had you, but
also Kenny,
but like Kenny's stepdad, by the way, is an electrician. But the thing is like, people do not understand like how expensive it is to do that.
Yeah,
and I did it knowing people, and I was very lucky to be able to get a loan, but it still fucking nearly sent me broke.
Yeah.
It was...
building's not cheap.
That's the thing, though. Like, how do you feel about people coming up to you and asking for jobs and they think that, like, they're going to get it cheaper because you know them? Like, at the end of the day, like, the money that they're paying you pays for your family. Like,
exactly.
How do you feel about that?
It's a funny one because, like, you do it for your family. Simple. You do that stuff for your family.
Right?
It's a non-negotiable. It is what it is. I'll go down and if my parents asked me to build them a brand new house from scratch, I'd do it and I wouldn't charge them a cent. You just pay for the materials. That's it. Yep. But when it's like just outside of that family friend zone, but they know that you've got too kind of a heart, and I think that's what gets me undone. I have too kind of a heart.
Yeah.
That they try and get it for cheaper, but at the end of the day, like you just said, what I've started thinking about now is that's my time. You're not just paying me because it's my trade, that's my job. I've learned it for 10 years. I've generally become an expert at what I've done, but I've still got room to learn.
Yeah.
And also for me to come do your job, you're taking my precious time away from my family. So I need to be able to justify that and make sure I can still pay my bills and pay the mortgage and do all that stuff.
And the funny thing is people think that it's so easy, like to do what you need to do. Like they look at a room and be like, yeah, I just got to put up some sheets and like they didn't realize they've got to batten the walls. They didn't realize like they've got to set the plaster.
It even comes down to like the fixings. People don't know the correct tie downs and fixings for things. Like you can't just build a frame, put cladding on the walls and put gyprock on it.
Yeah.
And inspections, you need inspections. Like it's like me coming into your place of work and going,
can you write me a program?
Yeah, I'm looking at this kid and I'm going, that's not how I'd lift it.
Yeah,
that's the right way of lifting.
Yeah.
Everyone's profession is different.
Yeah, I'm similar. Like I have so many people that ask like me for programming advice and maybe like a bit of mentoring. Like they'll ask a question. I'm happy to answer one question, but sometimes there are some people that just bite off more than they can chew.
And they're biting the hand that feeds them.
Or biting the hand that feeds, but like they don't realize that a lot of my philosophies around training, powerlifting, getting to where we are today has been built off like me spending my own money to learn and time to pay for it. The mistakes that I've made to make sure people don't make any further mistakes, like that's stuff that like you cannot replicate. And unfortunately for a lot of coaches out there, or a lot of athletes who want to learn about programming and stuff, they think it's so easy because they haven't come across a problem yet. Until they do, and then that's where they start asking questions. But that comes from experience and having the right people around you and paying for that time to make sure you don't make those errors.
100%.
All right. Next question. Hardest session in the gym versus the hardest day on the site. Compare the two. So can you think of a hard gym session that you've had? Remember the washout blocks we used to do?
Yeah, they were pretty wild, but I don't. More recent that I could remember was I was coming into a week. I was in my week 4 final week, but I had something on and I couldn't get in on a day. And I was hoping the fact that you would say, okay, you've got bench this day, you've got accessories this day, you've got primary lifts and secondary lifts. What I'll get you to do is I'll get you to do your primary dead, and instead of doing a triple for your tertiary bench, you can just come in and do your primary bench that day too. You can mix and match things. But nah, I had to do my primary dead, and then I had to then go do my secondary squats, which was the high bar.
Fuck, I remember this.
It was a high bar.
This is recent, wasn't it?
It was like 5 blocks ago. It was a high bar single after my primary deads, and then I had back off low bar 7s at the same weight as my top set. And then I had to do my bench that day, and then you were like, halve your bench back offs, and then start your second day, and then it was do all your accessories. And man, by the time I got home, I was spent. I was like here till 10:30 at night, just trying to get my session done.
So it was a DSB day, plus accessories,
plus 2 days worth of accessories, and then
that's the thing that people don't realize is like it's all accounted for. Like if you skip accessories because you can't make it up,
you're not getting results.
To say it bluntly, but what I mean is like you don't want to. It depends on your external stress at the end of the day, but you don't want to be skipping stuff because of the fact that like you just want to short for time. Yeah. Like fuck, I hate it when people skip accessories for no real reason. It really fucking grinds my gears.
Not only the fact that because
it's there for a purpose.
You've put that in there. You've spent your time putting that in for this person because this accessory might work for them. Yeah. So I can understand where you come from with that.
Well, hardest day on the tools, mate. It's got to be in summer, surely. Fucking hot days on a roof.
Slog, man. Yes, summer when I was down in Sydney was pretty tough. Working in like a 38, nearly 40 degree heat, building a roof on a wall, like a parapet wall. But summer when you're on the wet saw, so the things that we cut the concrete out here, the concrete saw.
That's not too bad, isn't it?
Yeah, but when you're on it for 6 hours a day, you're bent over and your back's cooked, and then you got to get on the jackhammer after and jackhammer up all the concrete you've done, then put it in the back of the skip bin or into your tipper. Yep. That's definitely the hardest, I reckon.
And the vibration in your hands, you feel fucked.
Yeah, you need those anti-vibration gloves. Apparently they're ripper.
Oh, true.
Yeah. There you go. But if I were to compare what would be the hardest is
wet saw.
Being on the wet saw.
Yeah, fuck, mate.
And having to come and it's on a Friday, and I'm coming in as my primary squat day as well. I'm busted.
Would you say it's harder to train alongside work in summer or winter?
Oh. I'm going to say...
We've had some fucking hot days in here, mate.
Yeah, but also cold. I think you can put clothes on where you can only take X amount of clothes off in a gym. I'm going to say summer. It gets hot. Yeah. Hot as. And in summer, I'll work with no shirt on. Yeah. Work on that tan. Mate. I hate it. And I come in and I'm burnt and I've got the bar on my back and I'm like, why'd I do it? I'm sliding into a bench and I can nearly feel the skin ripping off because I'm so burnt. I'm going to say summer. Summer would have to be the toughest. Yeah. But now we've got this aircon in here, we'll be fine.
I know. All right, last question before we close it up. What does being stronger mean for... What the fuck? How did I write this? What being stronger has meant for him outside of gym and work?
What has getting stronger meant to me personally? a lot.
Yeah.
It's nice. Like, personally, from being fat and not being strong, and then when I've gone from...
You weren't fat.
Bro, if I pull up a photo, you will think, oh my God, you ate Gary.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was chubby because obviously I hit puberty late. But having that, like that own thought of myself being quite chubby, and then I hit puberty and I hit it late, and I got the growth spurt and I got really skinny, and then finding that balance in between the two, it's really rewarding. But also, when I take Sonny and my future kids to kiss and drop, so drop them off at school, so you get out the car or you go into school, I want to be that dad that's like the fittest, the strongest, the most jacked one at kiss and drop. That's what I want to be. I want to be that. I want to introduce myself as the strongest dad at school.
Okay.
That's what I want.
That's so funny.
It's so good. But on a personal thing, it's not. I'd say it's developed my career.
Yeah.
In building.
Yeah, because I found it hard because, people are like, going to the gym, you must be so disciplined and it must carry over to your life in so many aspects. I personally find that hard to make that correlation between the two. But are you saying that you actually feel that difference?
I do. It's, I think, my job and your job, because you come to the gym, you own the gym, but you're always gym, where I'm work, then gym. Some days I don't feel like coming in, but they're the sessions that you got to get done because evidently they're the ones you can potentially get stronger on.
100%. Oh, cool. All right. Now we're going to wrap it up with a few more questions, then we'll see you guys later. But firstly, advice for tradies who want to start lifting. You've already said just jump straight into it, really. But I guess like community is probably the biggest one, eh? Like getting into a gym where like you can just socialize and not be around the people that you're at work with, having like a different clique.
It's a separation. I find it as a bit of me time.
100%.
I do, because I get to come here and, the shittest day of your life, it's only 24 hours. You don't let it carry over the next day. But if you have a shit day at work, you come in here, there's people in this gym that have been able to pick my mood up like no tomorrow. And it's really nice. Yep. So I think
there's people in this gym that you've invited to your wedding, to your baby shower, like,
to meet my newborn son.
Yeah, like there's people
become life friends.
Yeah.
And I think, so community is a big thing, but also don't just spend time finding a coach. Don't just jump in one because this person's got this person that goes to Worlds and accolades. Have a look at their clients they have around them, and because that'll really be able to make your decision in, okay, this person can tailor my training.
Do they coach tradies already? To
tradies, and a coach might not have a single tradie under their card, and they train and you fuck shit, but you've had multiple tradies that have come through. Yeah. You know how to tailor everybody's training to suit their lifestyle.
Yeah.
So take your time in finding a coach that's right for you and get into a good community.
Yeah. Would you say being a builder is the best trade?
I think it's got the most responsibility.
You reckon?
Because if something fucks up on the job, where they point the finger at? The builder.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you tell...
You're telling everyone what to do.
Yeah.
And it's... So the plumbers and stuff, Sparkies, chip rockers, they all work on your job.
Yeah.
You're that guy. It's like everybody in this gym lifting under your gym. Yeah. They might not be your clients, but this is your place.
Yeah.
So I think it's the most important. I would say it's the best. Biased. I love it. But in saying that, if I did an apprenticeship and become a Sparky, I'd probably say that's the best trade too.
What's the easiest trade?
Oh, fuck. They all have their own different, like, easiness and hardness, if that's the word you can call it, challenges. But I would say Sparkies.
Yeah.
I would, only because, like, don't get me wrong, they get out, they dig trenches, they do heaps of hard shit.
Yeah. Wait, Kenny's listening, mate. Be careful with your words.
Don't take this the wrong way, Kenny. But they're inside a lot, and they're playing with the wires, doing all that. Don't get me wrong, they're in roof spaces. I hate to do it, but I think it'd probably have to be easiest would be Sparky.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
There you go. Take that, Sparkies. All right, we'll wrap it up with the 5 questions you want to know about everyone when it comes to jumping on the hunt. So, Gussie, if you were a piece of gym equipment, what would you be and why? Pendulum squat.
Fuck that. I hate that thing. Nah, my new love in this gym would be the Smith machine.
Yeah?
I love it.
Why's that?
because I got the close stance. I'm squatting like liar.
Yeah.
French powerlifter, like this close with 2 fingers in between.
Yeah.
My range of motion now on that thing, like I can feel all new depth.
Oh,
I feel
really?
like my ass is on the ground. It's so good. No, but if I was a piece of gym equipment, I'd probably be a collar, like a one that locks the bar on.
Or like a lockjaw.
Because think about when you got a heavy load on there, what's stopping the weight from sliding off? You're stopping the weight and someone getting injured. You're pretty needed.
That's you.
That's me. I'm the collar.
That's funny as.
Yeah.
All right. If you had a zombie apocalypse with one powerlifter and one celebrity, who are you picking?
Like powerlifter worldwide?
Yeah, yep.
Bro, I would be silly. I know I give him a lot of shit, but I'd be silly not to pick Jesus. Bro, I'd just stand behind him and go, get him. And celebrity, I'm going to say current Michael B. Jordan.
I would have fucking thought you said Connor Watson, mate.
Nah, but he's only celebrity in Australia.
That's funny.
Michael B. Jordan or probably Arnie. Like prime Arnie, yeah. Rose a dog.
What's the weirdest, almost useless fact you know? Fucking probably building related.
Nah, weird or useless fact that I know.
Door offset, making a sliding door entry.
Weirdest. Fun fact. On the job site, so it is job related, someone will go, oh, mate, if it's a little bit too long, take a bee's dick off it. Bees don't have dicks. Bees do not have dicks.
Really?
Google it. I'm telling you. You'd think, yeah, fuck right, I'll knock a bit off it. Bees don't have dicks.
So really, you're just not doing anything?
Not doing anything. What do you want me to do? Take a card off it? Card width? Bees don't have dicks.
There you go.
Yep, that's my weird fact that I know.
Our listeners will confirm that. 2 more questions. What's the most un-Australian thing you secretly do or don't like?
Un-Australian thing that I do secretly. It's not secretly. I love NFL.
Like, do you hate meat pies, or have you never watched The Castle? Can't stand VB?
Nah.
Hate AFL?
No, I've got a new love for AFL, actually.
Yeah?
It's actually pretty cool. Most un-Australian thing, probably be soccer. Like, we know soccer a little bit. I don't like soccer, can't stand it.
Oh, really?
Have never really gotten around Union. There you go.
Yeah.
Have never watched a game of Union.
Why's that?
Ever. Just rugby league boy. Just always known it. But
British Irish Lions is coming up. You should get around it, mate.
What's that?
It's when it happens every, I think, 12 years, where basically, like, I think it's like England, Scotland, Ireland, Wales, I think the 4 nations.
They compete.
They combine a team.
Oh, is that where they have like the cross and there's all the different...
crest, yeah. And they compete against like, I think it's Australia and a number of other countries.
Springboks and probably the top tier. Yeah.
But yeah, they're coming to Australia, and I remember 12 years ago when it was on, and I remember Israel Folau was playing in his debut game, and now it's like Joseph Suaalii, who came from the league. Yep. But they're always great. I think they play 3 games similar to Origin.
Oh, I might get around it. There you go.
It's fucking good. All right, last question. If you had to make up a new powerlifting lift and name it after yourself, what would it be and how would it work?
New powerlifting name for myself would be...
Or an exercise or something.
If it was a name, I'd incorporate my last name,
Yeah.
Steele, because obviously like steel plates.
Yeah.
So we like shift and steel or something like that, or lift and steel.
The steel squat.
Steel squat.
Which is just 3 by 10 pendulum for my set at the end.
Oh, fuck that. I got that next Tuesday. That's on my Tuesday. Hate my Tuesdays. Dread them because I got pendulums.
They fucking make your Friday good, bud.
Yeah, I know, but I can't wait to go to comp where I don't have the my reps on. I just do just sets of it. And a lift.
Like, you think about it.
I'd probably do like a curtsy squat.
But you do some pretty nuanced things inside the gym. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like the way that you warm up or the way that you squat.
Yeah.
Your knees touch. You know what I mean?
My knees touch. But if I'm warming up for squats, I come in. I've got low bars, but I'll do a high bar just to get my body moving.
Do some steel squats
because I can't my range of motion getting into the bar and getting it down lower on my back.
You squat worse in a low bar position with no weight on the bar than what you do with 200 kilos on your back.
Yeah.
You reckon?
I reckon.
It's crazy, eh?
Because I can't get in.
Yeah.
I can't get into it, so I got to do high bar first for the first.
And actually, fun fact: Gary used to squat with racks in, and your hands out wide, and you had 3 fingers around the bar.
In, and I'd be out there like that because my range of motion, I couldn't get it down. And
what was that?
I think it was just my shoulders from playing footy. That's why I had to give footy up because dislocated shoulders and stuff. They pop out in my sleep. Too stiff.
Yeah.
Too stiff.
Because I remember your first comp, Gussie would come out, and I think you were in the what weight class were you?
75s, because that was back when we were
74
Australian powerlifting.
74.
Yeah, so 74s
Or 77, and it was PA.
Yeah, and it was PA, and
he'd come out
in a black and white A7 suit, legs are dead set like paddle pops. Come out with a green bandana on me head, like fucking HPC green, and
like was that because of Russ Swole? Surely
I didn't even know who he was until like 2 years ago.
You wanted to look like him, but
I didn't even know who he was.
You do.
I do. I mean, he's nice. Racks in 150 kilos on the bar as my third attempt, man. And I'm like, the best arms out and the knees are touching on 150.
No, but the best thing is, usually when you see people, they squat with racks in and their hands are out here, you'd usually assume...
They're big boys.
No, you'd usually... Yeah, but that's what I mean. You'd usually assume that their foot stance is quite wide too, but you're fucking like... squatting like Liam.
I just couldn't get my back in, and I couldn't like... get under the bar now. Now when I squat, my elbows are touching me body.
Yeah, you're getting, I think is it yellow card for elbows touching your thighs?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, you're a referee as well, mate. So you're well and truly invested in the sport.
Oh yeah, love it.
Yeah.
Best ever. Yeah, love it. I reckon it's mad. Would
you say you enjoy it more than footy?
Yeah, fuck yeah. Only because of the community we got here.
I would say I think you enjoy it more because you know how in footy you play once a week? Or like once a week for 6 months. Mate, you play every day. You play powerlifting.
I think I like it more because like I think it's solely because of the community. Like, we got it fucking good here. We got it so good here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon I love it more than footy. But also it's something I'm fixated on something about getting stronger.
Yeah.
It's something about it.
It's fucked, eh?
It's like a proper addiction. It is an addiction.
It is.
So good.
Well, here's Elise calling me to ask where the hell I am.
Pick her up.
But so in saying that, we'll wrap it up. Thank you very much for listening, everyone. Gussie, thanks for coming on the show, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Might have you back to see what the listeners say. But until next time, if you want coaching, reach us out on our website or message me on Instagram or any of the HPC coaches, and we'll see you in the next one.
And if you want any building, you know my name, Garrison Steele.
See you guys.
See you later.